Dear friends, good morning to all. Welcome to our biology class. Today's our topic Zoology Chapter 3 Structural Organization in Animals. In unicellular organism, all functions like digestion, respiration, etc. are performed by a single cell. We know unicellular organism they have single cell. In their case, their all functions are performed by a single cell. But in multicellular animals, some functions are carried out by a group of cells. This group of cells are called tissues. What is the tissue? It is a group of similar cells having common origin and perform common function. Tissues organized to form organ. Its example stomach, lungs, heart, etc. are the different organs. Then organs are organized to perform a common function and form a organ system. One example, digestive system. In digestive system we know different organs are present here. So organs organized to perform a common function and forms organ system. In this lesson, first we discussing about animal tissues. A tissue is a group of similar cells having a specific function and origin. On the basis of location and functions, animal tissues are divided into four major types: epithelial tissues, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. On the basis of location and function, animal tissues are divided into four major types. They are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and neural tissue. The first one is the epithelial tissue. It's a plural epithelia. They form covering for some body parts. They form covering for some body parts. The cells are compactly packed with little intercellular matrix. Cells are very closely packed. This epithelium is of two types: simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Epithelial tissues, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium, single layered epithelium is called simple epithelium. It occurs on secretory and absorptive surface like body cavities, ducts and tubes. Based on the structural modification of the cells, that is shape of the cells, simple epithelium is divided into three types: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and columnar epithelium. Based on the structural modifications of cell, simple epithelium is divided into three: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and columnar epithelium. Squamous epithelium. It is a single layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. Thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. It is found in the walls of blood vessels and lung alveoli. Found in the walls of blood vessels and lung alveoli. They form diffusion boundary. Its main function, diffusion. This is about this squamous epithelium. Next one, cuboidal epithelium. In the cells are cube-like. It's found in ducts of glands, tubular parts of nephrons in kidney. Cuboidal epithelium found in ducts of glands and tubular parts of nephrons. It's a shape cube-like, so it is called cuboidal epithelium. Its function, secretion and absorption. In some cuboidal epithelium, absorptive surface of cells bear microvilli. Microvilli is example proximal convoluted tubule, that is the PCT of nephron in the kidneys. Next one is the columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. It is composed of single layer of tall and slender cells. Tall and slender cells. Their nuclei are located at the base. Nuclei located at the base. This diagram we can identify its nuclei are located in the base. It is the single layer of tall and slender cells. Tall and slender cells. Free surface may have microvilli. Example, a lining of the stomach and intestine, presence of microvilli. Then main function is the secretion and absorption. If the cuboidal and columnar cells bear cilia on their free end, they are called ciliated epithelium. If the cuboidal and columnar cells, it's basically cuboidal and columnar cells, it's a free and bear cilia. This type of cells are called ciliated epithelium. They are present in the inner surface of the bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Fallopian tube is a part of female reproductive system. They are present in the inner surface of bronchioles and fallopian tubes. It's a function, move particles or mucus in the specific direction over the epithelium. This cilius helps for the movement of particles. Next one is the glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Columnar and cuboidal cells are specialized for secretion to form glandular epithelium. What is the glands? A cell or tissue or organ which secretes a useful material is called gland. Based on the mode of pouring out of the secretion, these glands are of two types: endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine gland and exocrine glands. What is the difference between endocrine and exocrine gland? Exocrine gland, the glands which conduct their secretions through their ducts. Glands which conduct their secretions through their ducts or tubes to the site of action is called exocrine glands. And the important secretions of exocrine glands are the mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes. These are the secretions of exocrine glands. Which is the examples of exocrine gland? Salivary gland, tear gland, gastric gland, sweat glands. These are the examples of exocrine gland. This is exocrine gland, sweat gland. Exocrine glands are of two types: unicellular and multicellular glands. Unicellular and multicellular. In unicellular exocrine glands, they have single-celled exocrine glands. Each cells form a gland. Each cells form a gland. Its example is the Goebel cells. Goebel cells are the mucus secreting cells of the alimentary canal. It is a unicellular exocrine gland. Then multicellular exocrine gland, they are composed of a cluster of secretory cells. It composed of cluster of secretory cells. Its example is the salivary gland. Salivary gland is a multicellular exocrine gland. Then endocrine gland. Endocrine glands are the ductless glands. Ductless glands are called endocrine glands. Their secretions are called hormones. Secretions of endocrine glands are called hormones. These secretions pass directly into the blood. Examples of endocrine glands: pituitary gland, thymus, thyroid, parathyroid, and adrenal gland. These are some examples of endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are the ductless glands. Next one, compound epithelium. Compound epithelium, they are made up of more than one layer of cells. It is a multi-layered cells. Its main function is protection against the chemical and mechanical stress. This compound epithelium acts as a protective layer. Compound epithelium covers the dry surfaces of skin, moist surfaces of buccal cavity, pharynx, then inner lining of the ducts of salivary glands and of the pancreatic ducts. All cells in epithelium are held together with a little intercellular material. In animal tissue, specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links between its individual cells. Types of cell junctions are found in the epithelium and other tissues. These are called as tight junction, adhering junction, and gap junction. Tight junction, adhering junction, and gap junction. First one, tight junction. It helps to stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Tight junction helps to stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Adhering junction perform connecting to keep neighboring cells together. Perform cementing to keep neighboring cells together. Adhering junction perform cementing to keep neighboring cells together. Then gap junction, it facilitates the cells to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cells for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. This tight junction helps to stop substances from leaking across a tissue. This prevents the movement of particles. Then adhering junction, it connects the neighboring cells together. This adhering junction helps to close the cells together. Then gap junction, it helps to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of neighboring cells. In our today's class, we are discussing about animal tissue. First tissue, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue divided into two, simple and compound. Again, simple epithelium divided into squamous, cuboidal, and columnar epithelium. Then two more additional structures. This is the ciliated and glandular epithelium. This is the modifications of cuboidal and columnar epithelium. In glandular epithelium, we are discussing about exocrine and endocrine gland. This exocrine gland again divided into unicellular and multicellular glands. Then we are discussing about compound epithelium. In the compound epithelium, Three type of cell junctions are found in the epithelium and the other tissues. These are the tight junction, adherent junction and gap junction. Students, today we discussing about epithelial tissue. Our next topic is the connective tissue that we study in our next class. Okay, thank you. All of you study our topic well. Bye.